When we are learning mathematics in our schooling or during the college days, we might have faced a lot of trouble while learning trigonometry, while learning geometry, and a lot of different topics. Out of all those, one of the interesting topics that everyone loved the most, which is mean, median, and mode, how to calculate it, how to solve the problems in it, because that's a very easy thing that we used it in our schooling days as well, and even till today we use those mean, median, and mode. So why this is important in data science? In order to find out the average, in order to find out the aggregate, in order to find out the number of intervals, we use this mean, median, and mode lot of times so that we have to get the right result in order to show it to our end customer. When we are getting the data from our client or customer, we should make sure that all the values that have been sent are matching with the requirements or not. One of the sample template or the data that they will be giving it and the data that we have it, we need to match it. So when all these transformations, I generally call it as a data transformation. So whatever the data transformations we are doing, we should make sure that these are all meeting the client's requirement or the end user's requirement. So apart from various calculations that we are doing, so I am talking about the one topic which is mean, median, and mode. Hi, I am M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to learn and understand what is a mean, what is a median, what is a mode, how to calculate the mean, how to calculate the median, and how to calculate the mode. By the end of this video, you could able to calculate and know what is the formula of mean, median, and mode and how we have to use it in our practical use cases. So watch till that. My dear viewers, if you just carefully observe the data that I have it here, okay? Observe the data. I have a data of Hyderabad and I have the data of Bangalore and the serial number, so how many total count we have it. So if I carefully observe it here, starting from 1, 2, 3, 3 is repeated, 5, 7, 8, 9, 9 is repeated, 10 and 84, right? So now if you just carefully observe this Hyderabad data and Bangalore data, so let's consider that the vada pav, okay? So the vada pav sale in Hyderabad is something like this and in Bangalore it is something like this, okay? So when I'm talking to you about the sales perspective, we should make sure that, okay, how much sales we have got, how much profit we have got, how much average sales we have got. So we need to find out all these things, right? So when I'm talking about the first thing, that is mean, okay, so it's nothing but the what we do in the mean is that we generally consider all the total count by divided by, for example, if I have it starting from 1 to 11, okay, so whatever the values that I have from 1 to 11, that I am going to calculate it by overall total number of values, right, n. So we generally call it as x1, x2, x3, so on up to xn plus 1 and xn, and that's what we generally calculate divided by n. So in the same way, if I would like to find out the mean, okay, so how should I do that for Hyderabad? So for this, what I'm going to do, first let me consider the column name here as Hyderabad, and what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to consider it as a Bangalore here. Okay, so now let me talk to you about the Hyderabad. Let's find out the mean here. So mean, what I'm considering is that what are the values that I have it in Hyderabad, that let's calculate it, okay? So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 10 plus 84 divided by 11. Divided by 11, for which we are going to get 12.81. Okay, this is the mean. And for the Bangalore, if I would like to consider 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. Okay, so this if we overall calculated and divided by 10, we are going to get an average of 5. Okay, so what we generally do is that, so just let me calculate it using a formula here. So what I'll do, I'll just take equal to sum of, I'm going to calculate all these things. Okay, I'm going to calculate all these things. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it. Divided with what? Divided with by 10. Okay, so what I'm going to get? I'm going to get 5. Correct. So this is the same way, right? So now what I'm doing is that, if you just carefully observe, the mean for Hyderabad is 12.81 and for mean in the Bangalore it's 5. So if you just carefully observe, the sales of these vada pav starting from 1 to 10, it's just going on just in a simple way. But if you observe the number 11, the sale of vada pav is more when compared to rest of the 10 businesses that we have it. So 84, as it is standing more when compared to the rest of the 10 sales, that's why our mean for the Hyderabad is bigger when compared to Bangalore, as we do not have sales for serial 11 in Bangalore. Okay, so that's how we will calculate mean. Now let's go and calculate median. Okay, but anyways, we should make sure that mean is not sufficient to decide for the respective, it is not sufficient to take the consecutive or necessary decisions on any particular business. So rather than just focusing on a mean, okay, we generally consider it as an average also. So generally by focusing on not only focusing on mean, let us consider even the median and mode, and then let's find out what is happening in the median and mode as well. So in the Hyderabad, if I would like to consider the median, okay, so what median will do? N plus 1 divided by 2. So what is n here? N. So for Hyderabad, n is 11, right? So 11 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so 11 plus 1 is nothing but what? 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 divided by 2, which is 6. Okay, so the median is 6 here. And for the Bangalore, if we consider the median for Bangalore, so if you just carefully observe here, we have this one, okay, the serial number 5 and 6. If you just observe this one, we have the same n plus 1, okay. So but the consideration here is that this is repeated, right? So what we are going to do is that 5 plus 5 divided by 2, which is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Okay, so the median for Bangalore, it is also 5 here. So if you just carefully observe, the mean for the Bangalore is 5 and the median for the Bangalore is also 5. Am I right? So this, what we have to see is that the mean and the median both for the Bangalore is the same, but the mean and the median for Hyderabad is different. The median is 6 and the mean is 12.81. So with this, what we can justify, okay, by considering that, okay, when compared to median, mean is little bit higher, so we can go with the mean. And in the same way, if you would like to calculate the mode, so how do we calculate the mode? The one which is frequently occurring, so if you see here 333, okay, 999, so this is frequently occurring. So what if the case, if I have 3 here again, okay, if I have 3 here again, so what's happening? 3 is repeated frequently occurring. So my mode for Hyderabad will be 3. Okay, but the case if I come and consider in the Bangalore, if we consider that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now we do not have 6 immediately, we have 5 repeated again. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's happening here? 5 is repeated. Am I right? So what's happening? 5 is repeated. So what I'm doing here, I'm making 5 for Bangalore as well. Okay, so this is the mean, median and mode for Hyderabad and Bangalore. Okay, for Hyderabad and Bangalore, that's what we have considered it here. So with this, what we can see is that we should make sure, or whenever we are trying to decide or take some decisions on specific outputs, on specific calculations, on specific businesses, we should not only focus on only one average. We should try to find out the average, or we should try to find out the sales in 2 to 3 different ways, in 2 to 3 different perspectives. Okay, that's where our mean, median and mode plays an important role. So if I would like to justify about my vada pav business in Hyderabad and Bangalore, I can tell that yes, Hyderabad is the best place where we can focus more on vada pav business based upon the average sales or the overall sales, whatever I'm going to get it from this one. As you can see that out of all these 10 serial numbers or the 10 businesses, the last time the business that I'm getting is 84, which is a posh, which is high. So that's where my business is leading a bit higher in Hyderabad when compared to Bangalore. This kind of conclusions or decisions we can make it when we try to use this mean, median and mode in our calculations. So in this video, we have learned what is mean, median and mode and how to calculate it using the data. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.